Chesley, aren't we glad to be here today? It's our Bible story time. Oh, I'm so glad to be here. Oh, Thick's not here. I'll look on this. Oh, I'm sorry. Chesley was busy getting this set up. You know, I want to look handsome in front of the girls. Oh, look at me. You should have fixed me up. Where's the hairspray? Chesley, we don't have time for hairspray. We can't go get that. I think you look gorgeous, you know. I look like I didn't out in the wind and I ain't. I didn't that crazy trunk. That's not a crazy trunk. That's your house, Chesley. It's a nice house. I know it is, 'cause I put you in it and get you out of it. You don't stay in that thing. It's cramped at Chesley, or you're going to start out fussing. That's not the way we do. Chesley, you been in that trunk? No, I haven't been in that trunk, 'cause that's your house and it fits you. It's too tiny. No, Chesley. Let's talk about how good it is to be out. Oh, yes, I'm glad to get out of that crazy trunk. I'm glad to be here and I can see the girls and well, I can't see them, but I can think of that. I know you can't see the girls and the boys and the men and the women, but you can think about everybody. Chesley, we have got a good story today. But then I'm going to get to sing, right? Yeah, I got a good song. Oh, I know you've got a good song. It's our theme song. Yes, it is our theme song. And so we are very happy today, Chesley, that we get to start this story. But first, we are going to sing our theme song. Oh, and this gospel train is chugging up the track. Chugging up the track, it's chugging up the track. This gospel train is chugging up the track. Chugging to the glory land. Yes, it is. Well, why are we going to the glory land? Gonna see Jesus, yes I am. Gonna see Jesus, yes I am. Gonna see Jesus, yes I am. Yes I am, yes I am. Chesley, it's just Christians, is it just us, here, just people right now that know Jesus? Can anybody else go? Oh, yes, just get on board this gospel train. Get on board this gospel train. Get on board this gospel train. Yes, you can, yes, you can. Chesley, there's been people for many years have been getting on this, what we call a gospel train. It's we love Jesus, we serve him, and one of these days we get to go live with him. Oh, I tell you something, I think that is just great. Oh, I see someone's watching. Yes, we do see someone's watching. He is somebody I think I lives in Tulsa. So it's telling hello. Oh, we say hello there. Praveen, you have a great day. Thank you for joining us. And I imagine Jim is out there listening too. Oh yeah, he gets his grandkids over. Oh yes, he gets his grandkids over, and he has the neighbor kids, I think too. Chesley, it's just good that we can be here today. And our story today is taken from the Genesis chapter 1. Genesis is the first book in the Bible. But it's chapter 32, And we're going to talk about a man that was a big cheater. He was a cheater. He was terrible. I don't know why he cheated. Well, he just always wanted to have things his way. And you know what? God wasn't pleased. I know God wasn't pleased. And he should have always just done it God's way, but he didn't. He was a man that wanted the things of God, but he didn't want to do it in a right way. And so you wanted to just cheat? Well, he wanted to be, and one thing I tell you for sure, he wished he was a twin, and he was the one born second. So and what's the big deal with that then? Well, Chesley, the way the law read there was that the oldest got twice as much when the dad died. Well, the oldest got twice as much, but they really had twice as much responsibility too. They got was yours to do? Yes, they really was like the family patriarch, and they had to. A lot of duties, but he wanted the blessing of God so much. He wanted that so badly, but he wasn't the oldest. And so what's going to happen? So he was going to try to get, you know what? God already knew that Jacob was a man that wanted the blessing of God. And so Esau, his brother, did not. He just wanted everything, he was just going to be like his own guy. Oh, he's going to be his own guy, his own man. He didn't want God. But anyway, what happened, Jacob said, I'm going to get his birthright. What's that thing? That's what, if you're the oldest, they got what was called the birthright. And that's when you got twice as much. That's when you got twice as much. And he figured out a way to cheat his brother. And he did when they were older. It was little babies. No, they weren't babies. This was when they were older and they were grown. And he deceived him. He caught him when he was really tired, and he cheated him out of his birthright. Now what's going to happen? When Esau realized what he had done, Jacob caught him when he was really tired and worn out, and he just gave in. When he told him I'll sell you He said, if you'll tell me that, said, if you'll, just try, you're hungry, you're starving there, aren't you? Well, if you'll just, he said, here's this good old bowl of beans. You'd feel really good if you ate this. He was so starved. He said, I want your birthright. He said, well, if I gave him my birthright, he said, my birthright's no good to me. I'm dying. No, I know what's going to happen. He's not going to make it. Oh, what happened? He gave it up. He actually made the trade, and now Jacob had what he wanted, he thought. No, I know what's happening. Now that Esau is full, he hates him. Now that Esau is full and he recognizes, he caught on. It didn't take him long to realize, oh, look what I've done. Oh, he hated Jacob. No, that he made the trade. He shouldn't have made the trade, and really, both guys were in the wrong. But anyway, it was Jacob. That was just the way he lived. He cheated and he cheated, but he knew his brother was going to kill him. And I think he had to get out of that place. Yes, he did. He had to leave quickly. He knew that his life was in danger. And Esau was going to catch him. Esau was going to catch him, and the parents going around. That's just what he would probably do when the parents weren't around. But he managed to get away, and his mother helped him. She didn't want her son to die, but he got away, and he went to a country a long ways away, many miles, and he met a man and began working for him, and he married his daughter, and then was he a good father-in-law? He was a cheater, just like Jacob. No. Oh, I think it's funny too. Well, it wasn't very funny to him, but you know what he did? He found out that what he was really was seeing a guy that was just like he was. I don't think he liked it. He didn't like it one bit. It was awful. He thought, I can't believe anything this guy says. He's just a big old cheater. But he was actually seeing a man just like he was. Just like he was. Different, though, when he was the one being cheated. He was miserable. Oh, he hated this. Well, here he was now, year after year after year, and his father-in-law kept cheating. His father-in-law kept cheating him, and so Jacob would try to cheat him, and it was just a cheating contest. It was like a cheating contest, one just cheating the other. It was a horrible thing. And after years and years, Jacob just kept cheating. He didn't call on God. You know what, Chesley? God would really reveal himself to him sometimes, and he would recognize God. He wanted the blessing of God, but he didn't want to go God's way. And so he's going to get in some more trouble. It just kept being more trouble. Trouble kept building. And so Laban, his father-in-law, would go after him. It was just back and forth, fighting and quarreling. It was a terrible thing. And finally, Jacob said, I got to get out of this place. Because he thought, I'm just going to leave because he's not trying to kill me. He's just a cheater. And he said he changed my wages. That's what he said. He said he'd promised me a certain paycheck, and he keeps changing the amount. I just don't like work. I'm going to sneak out of here. Can he get away? Oh, by now he had accumulated a great number of flocks of animals, and so he went sneaking out. I don't know how he got it done, but he did because he was sneaky, and he was sneaky. Well, he thought his father-in-law wouldn't ever know about it, wouldn't catch him. He'd know about it, but he wouldn't catch him. But he caught up with him. No, it's going to be a big battle. You're going to be a war. Well, they all had servants. They had large amounts of servants, so there was going to be a battle. It was going to be really bad. I tell you, what you got to do? Well, God came to his help, and God did help him. But anyhow, here come Laban, and they talked. And Laban began to say all these things about Jacob. You've sneaked out, and look, you've taken, he said, these are my family, this is my children. And Jacob said, it's not, and you cheated me, and you changed my wages, you didn't pay me right, and you cheat me all the time. Oh, it was just probably a little word battle there. But Jacob realized he was in trouble. He was leaving. He'd been a cheater all of these years. He finally recognized he's cheating is catching up. As cheating is catching up. God wanted to bless him. He never should have done what he had done to his brother. And he didn't stop. He didn't call on God when he could have. He just kept cheating, and it got worse. Now here he is, as Laban, his father-in-law, finally accepted what Jacob was telling him. Okay, I'll leave. I'll go back. I'll let you do what you want to do. So here went Jacob, and he thought, I would like to meet my brother. No, you can't do it. He's going to kill him. Yes, he knew that his life was in danger, but he really did want to see him, so he was willing to take a chance. So what he did, he began to get together what we call a gift. He went to a gift shop. No, they didn't have a gift shop, but he had all of these various animals he could give as gifts, and it was a large amount of money. And he's going to send him. He ain't going, is he? No, he didn't want to go, but he had some of his workers that could go. And he said, "You tell that." How's he going to get a hold of Esau? He didn't have to wait. Word came. His fellows told him and said, "Guess what? Esau, your brother, is headed this way." He said, "Here, take not there isn't." Yes, he said, "I've got this present ready right now." He said, "You take all these, and this is what you say. You say to Esau, 'I'm really sorry.'" No, that's not what he said. He said even more than that. He said, "I'm your servant." I mean, it's whatever you say. You're the boss man. He sure changed his tune. He sure did change his tune from saying, I've got the birthright now and I'm the big it. No, now he was scared stiff. He was scared, terribly scared. He had a family here, and he was concerned what would happen to them. And Esau was out to kill him. And what would happen if he got killed and then they wouldn't have anyone to take care of him? It was really a bad thing. So Jacob was really serious. So away they went with the present. And Jacob, he got serious. He got his family to a safe place. And that night he went to sleep. He was trying to sleep. He was worried. Whole night was horrible. And then just for the breaking of day, he had a visitor. Oh, I know who it is. It's Esau going to kill him. He didn't know who it was. It was still dark enough. He could not see anything. And he began to have to wrestle with this man. I think it's Esau going to kill him. Chesley, he began to wrestle and for his life. And he was miserable. He thought of all the sins he had committed. He thought of all the lying and cheating he had done. He thought of all of those things. And he said finally it got almost daylight. And he was really tired and he wouldn't let him go. He wouldn't let him go. And he couldn't overcome the man. And yet the man wouldn't let, he just had to keep fighting with him. And it was breaking of day. And finally, as this man was saying, "Let me go." And Jacob said, "No, not until you bless me." Bless him? What did he say then? He recognized this was God. He was actually wrestling with God. No, wrestling with God. How can you do it? It has happened. God has come to him. And he said, "What is your name?" Jacob wanted to be blessed. He said, "What is your name?" Why do you ask him that? He wanted him to say who he really was. See, Jacob knew he was a cheater. He knew how dishonest he was. He knew that he was a cheater. And Laban was too. But God had chosen Jacob. And Jacob was supposed to do the right thing. And Jacob never acknowledged he did wrong. God wanted to bless him. And now Jacob is saying, "Bless me, bless me." But he said, "What is your name?" Why do you ask him that? He's just saying Jacob. You know what Jacob meant? I don't know. It meant cheater, deceiver. He was always trying to get the better end of the deal, no matter who it hurt. It was awful. When he said it, and then God said, "I don't want you." No, God didn't say, "I don't want you." I believe he was thinking, that's what I've been needing to hear all the time. You're finally confessing that you're a cheater. Now I can bless you. Because he didn't want to be a cheater. He didn't want to be a cheater anymore. He thought, why, you know what, Chesley? If he had given up a long time ago, if he had just from the very beginning, if he had just come to God, he would have never been through this. But you know what? In the middle of all this battle, one terrible thing had happened is that this man, it was God wrestling with him, put his hip out of joint, and he was in pain, and he was crying and screaming. He probably was about crying and screaming. It was miserable. He was in a miserable place. You see what it took to get his attention? I think that's what it took to get his attention. Hi, Pastor Tona. I see you. I like you. Yes, and he likes you too. But Chesley, back to our story. I think Jacob, he had to confess. When he confessed his character, who he really was, it was the hardest thing he ever did. Then it wasn't this thing. It was the best thing. That's what God was waiting on. Now he could bless him. And so he called, he said, you're no longer a cheater. Your name is no longer Jacob. What's he going to name him? He's going to name him Israel. He said, I tell you what, you're a prince with God. And it also meant soldier of God or a God wrestler. He had wrestled with God and he won. when he said who he was, when he said who he really was, when he acknowledged I'm a cheater, a deceiver. That's what we have to do, Chesley, when we come to Jesus, is tell him, if we know we've lied or we deceived, or, even I was just a little 8-year-old girl, but I knew the Jesus. So, and you told him you were sorry for your sins? I said I was sorry for my sins, and I wanted to live for him and serve him, and I still do. It's been a long time ago. And Chesley, we've been out for a long time. So what? I ain't sleepy. But Chesley, it's time for you to go to bed, because I'd kind of like to have a nap myself. I already had one. I'll trade. No, Chesley. We're not trading places. What we're going to do is let you go to bed and tell everybody goodbye, and you're so happy they've been here, and you plan to be back next Sunday afternoon. Goodbye. You be blessed. I got to go to bed, and I sure don't like it in there because it stinks. Chesley, it doesn't stink in your trunk. Yeah, you know what? There is a skunk. Chesley, there's no skunk in your trunk. Believe me, we couldn't even stay in this house if there was a skunk in the trunk. I know what you're doing. You always figure out what I'm trying to do. Oh, I don't want to be like Jacob. I don't want you to be like Jacob either. I sure don't want a cheater and a liar and all that kind of thing. Goodbye, Chesley. Don't drop me. I won't drop you. You're fine, Chesley. And we'll see you next Sunday afternoon. Until then, we say goodbye to everybody. Come back and see me. I don't like getting this truck. I'm going out. We'll see you next time, Chesley. Don't worry about it. You be a good kid. I don't want that skunk. There's no skunk, Chesley. Goodbye.